Hello and welcome. This is just a quick announcement video to tell you that I will be guest commentating on a massive multiplayer campaign tonight at 18:30 GMT over on my Twitch channel. Link to that will be in the description. So there are, at a guess, I would say probably 30 players in this multiplayer, and it will run for a few hours, so it will be quite fun. I think it's 4 hours long. And yeah, there are quite a few interesting things to go over in here. So I have been watching this campaign. I've watched every video that the guy hosting it is putting out on his channel. There is a link to that in the description below as well. It's by a channel called the Battleground. The person who owns that channel, actually, I met at PDXCon last year, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, there's a lot of players in this, and it's an awful lot of fun to watch. One of the things that I really like seeing in a multiplayer is people not afraid to go to war with each other and knock each other out of the game and still stay friends. I find that to be, unfortunately, really quite rare. So just to go over who is a player country here, we have, if let's check on the diplomat mode, we have Savoy, we have Coruscant, we have Cologne, we have Scotland here. We have Hamburg, who's gone up into Denmark a bit. We have Tibet, who is doing quite well. We have the Congo down here. They're pretty normal. We have the Livonian Order. We have Portugal. We have Byzantium, who is... Oh, I love this. I love seeing Byzantium do well. You all know I'm a bit of a Byzantophile. We have the Oirot Horde. Where are the Oirots? There they are. With the Oirot Horde. We have Serbia, who's doing phenomenally well. We have Norway, who's in a bit of a war against Sweden and Poland and Lithuania. We have Ajuran, which is down here, is going down into Matapa. We have Wait, I've forgotten. Yep, we've got Brunei here, who hasn't really done much yet, but I think he was kicked out of a previous nation, and he's only just arrived here. We have Matapa themselves, who I guess are not too happy with Ajuran. That'll be one to watch if there's any future wars there. We have Persia, who used to be Georgia, and so... Interesting thing about these guys is they are Orthodox Persia. They're going to be quite strong in the late game, I think. We have Odoyev, who is not doing phenomenally well. Strange that they even tried to make this work, but, you know, whatever. We have Granada, who has been for quite some time at war with Portugal, and it seems to go back and forth on who's currently winning at the time. So yeah, we have Granada there. We have Fars, who's, you know, a bit blocked in. I think he sold provinces to Georgia so that Georgia could form Persia. So, yeah, but he's not allied to him or Coruscant, so I imagine Fars is not long for the world. I may be wrong, I might be wrong. We have the Papal State, who continually goes and helps his allies. I think, he's over fighting for Portugal right now, so good luck to him. I think that's going to go reasonably well, perhaps, maybe, I don't know. We have a Korea player who's just playing a bit of single player right now. We have Leinster, who it's disgusting that they own London. Thankfully it's still English culture, but it's nasty. English culture is the primary culture in Leinster though, so perhaps he's going to be forming England. That I would not be against. I hope he does form England. He's also gone into Brittany. Brittany, of course, was a player as well, but they just lost a pretty big war, and yeah, I don't think they're coming back from it. We have Baluchistan down here, who is fighting Delhi, fighting Birmanis. They're doing really well. They could definitely take over all of India, which is quite powerful. We have Lang Zhang, which is down here. They're doing pretty well as well. We got Switzerland, who recently lost a war, or I guess they just quit the war. They had Baden owned directly. They had the Palatinate as a vassal. The Palatinate went disloyal, and France supported their independence. And as soon as they declared, Switzerland just capitulated and gave over the land to Savoy. Savoy, of course, is also a player. We have Brandenburg, who is probably going to be trying to form Prussia, although they don't have Danzig. Danzig is owned by the Teutonic Order, which is a vassal of the player Livonian Order. Interesting stuff. Livonian Order also allied with Poland, so Brandenburg's going to have a bit of a struggle. We have Wallachia, who is also doing really well. They have got plenty of allies in the Balkans and Anatolia regions. We have a Yemen player who's doing pretty well. I think this was also another player that was kicked out and had to move. I'm not sure what their previous country was, though. We have of course, the aforementioned Brittany player, though I imagine he's probably going to get another country. We have a Songhai player who's cleaning up the last refuges in Africa. Only Benin and Ashanti to go until he can start, colonizing this coastline and locking this area right down. And we have a couple more players. We have a Brabant player who, in the last session, I believe, murdered the face off of Holland. So he's doing pretty well there as Brabant. And last but not least, we have a Kazani player who is... I mean, his borders horrify and disgust me. Quite honestly, that's quite disgusting. But they're doing pretty well as well. I think their goal is to form the Great Horde. So that is all the players that were in the previous session. Now, as I mentioned before, Brittany will probably be getting a new nation. Where that is, I don't know. That's not up for me to decide. If it was me, I would probably give him maybe Majapahit, maybe give over Navarra, who's doing quite well as an AI. But yeah, that's not for me to decide. I am simply a guest in this little run. So I hope you join me for the stream. It's going to be a lot of fun, I think. Yeah, like I say, the other commentator that will be with me is Brad. He owns the Battleground channel. And link to that is in the description below, and I encourage you to go and subscribe and watch his videos, because personally I find them really kind of excellent. So thank you all very much for watching, hope to see you there, and I'll see you there. That was a horrible outro. It was horrible, I apologize. I'm just going to end the video now, bye.